everybody, it's me, Captain Vibes. Today's we live action. You already know what it is. Now, before I get started, hopefully you all had a good Thanksgiving, with your friends, your family, if you celebrated. Me, of course, I'm still on vacation from my job. Yes, I am loving it. Been spending time with my folks who came in from out of town. Plus, there was a new addition to the family. So, just been, spending time with them. Personal life first, then the YouTube thing. But on to this chapter in Bleach. Me, Captain Vibes, today, I'm very hyped to bring you this review of Bleach Chapter 607, titled The Master. Now, first thing first, overall. Yes, this chapter, to me, alright, in my personal opinion, I love this chapter from start to finish. I wanted more. I always want more every week, but I really wanted more of this. Ichibe, hats off to him. Hats off to Ichibe. One thing I love about this chapter, we see it starts off exactly where the last chapter ended, right when Juha's power has been cut in half. But we see Juha, this guy, he just summons this reishi. Sort of look like threads, not the exact spirit ribbons, but they're kind of like in this red, this ribbon type fashion, and he just puts his powers just as a whole. He tells Ichibe, like, you fear my power that much, you have to have it half? Like, what the hell? So Ichibe, he goes on a dash directly at Juha. And we see he summons the Bakugo 62. The same one Hisagi is known for showing, because Hisagi, he did it in 2 movies. He did it in the 3rd Bleach movie, I believe, and he first did it in Bleach Diamond Dust Rebellion, the 2nd Bleach movie. Him and Kira was sent to arrest Captain Hitsugaya. You see, well, when he throws it, he says Bakugo 61. I'm sorry, 62. He says the name, and it's like a one pillar that opens up into other small pillars, and right there it just pierces the opponent. But we see it's different in Ichibe's way. We see they're not as long, they're spread out, and we see there's like a little thread in between them. So he goes to throw it at Juha. And Juha, he uses a Quincy variation of the blue vein, the blue anabin, and we see it's like the blood filled with reishi, the design, a pattern that's on his arm, is coming out of his arm, is writing on the ground, it makes a barrier. And at that point, I'm thinking like, damn, okay, he has something for that, and it seems like Ichibe has something for this. And we see Ichibe, he does Uruhado, like a very upgraded, stronger version of Hado. But we see this type of Hado, I don't know if it's only exclusive to him, which I doubt, or it's just the fact that since he's Royal Guard, he can just use Keto spells on a higher level. I don't know, even greater than Hachi or Tessai, who knows, but the thing is called Teppu Satsu, or I believe Uruhado Teppu Satsu. I believe that's the name. And we see he chops down and this dragon summons. And we see it blows. It looks like it's blowing, and it just destroys the barrier. Well, it's destroying the barrier that Juha put up. And at that point, we see Ichibe, when he grows to grab Juha's throat. At that point, the blue vein, the new one, the blue anabin, it starts to corrode the left side of Ichibe's body. You see the pattern is going up into him, and he tells him, like, hey, if you come within this barrier, it's just going to corrode anything to extend the barrier even more. And at that point, we see Ichibe, he has something to counter that. He told him, like, you think I will let my left side of my body get taken over that easily? And I don't know if he just flexed, but you see veins. It looks like the Soul Reaper version of Blue Vein. I don't know if it was just spirit energy going through his veins, which I know that's not the case. I'm just saying. Because the veins travel through his face, through his arm, all the way down to Juha's arm, all the way up to his face. And we see the blood just bust open. I don't know if he pulls back, because at one point they jump back. Well, Ichibe jumps back from Juha. I don't know if he pulls back off his throat, or those veins down to Juha's face burst. And at that point, that's when he's like, you know what? Tired of playing games, you come and defy the Royal Guard, you come and defy the Royal Palace. So he says, paint it black, Ichimoji. I believe that's the name of the Zanpakuto. And we see the paintbrush, the bristle part is no longer there, and we see a blade. And it says right there, to be continued. Now, again, phenomenal chapter of Bleach this week. Alright? I straight up loved it. And I'm going to tell you this right now. So far, I never thought this would happen. This goes to show anything can happen as far as what you would like and dislike in the character in any series. Ichibe right now, he seems like he's the most impressive Royal Guard member. I'm sorry. It seems like he put in the most work. And it's not even, what's his name? Oetsu. I mean, yeah, Oetsu, he has the sharpest Zanpakuto and whatnot, but no. this guy, Ichibe, the monk, you know, the mysterious monk. This guy, he's been going in against Juha. He hasn't been hesitating. He hasn't been showing that he's afraid. He's using good techniques, quickly thinking on his feet to counter anything that Juha has to throw at him. But the same thing can be said with Juha. And speaking of Juha, hats off to Kubo, having Juha show off these Quincy abilities and techniques instead of just using the signature ability or the gimmick of his letter, you know, the A. We still don't know what it is, but it's just, I mean, I was just not expecting that all in one chapter, you know, and when he does this and then he does that. He does just to counter it that quick. They were just so quick on their feet. Everything just felt smooth, right, connected. And what's up with this, his version of Bakudo 62? Like I said earlier in this video, maybe because he's Squad Zero. I mean, maybe, you know, they can tap into a type of Kido spell that, you know, regular Soul Reapers can't. I mean, he didn't have to do the incantation or anything. He just did it, but we see, of course, it was ineffective against the blue Anabin. Now, that blue Anabin, I wonder if that's only exclusive to Juha. Can Uryu use it? Especially since he drank the blood of Juha, he has the insignia of A. He's going to be the successor of Juha. Or can other Quincy's use it? Will we see Hashwalk use it? But I don't know. One would think if that was the case, the other Quincy's would have used it in their other fights against the Soul Reapers down in the Serite. But whatever. The Urahado. It's like this guy. It's like he's just he's just the badass of the freaking Kido when it comes to Squad Zero. I mean, he summons that dragon and destroys that barrier like that. And you see, Juha, he was shocked again and surprised. And I wonder if Juha felt at one point his back was up against the wall. I mean, yes, we all know at the end of the day, Ichibe is going to go down. If he's not going to die, he's going to lose this fight. But you still have to give him credit for putting up a good fight against Juha. I mean, he was able to talk his smack, back it up, use just good techniques and abilities. And now who knows what's going to happen with this painted black Zanpakuto of his. And I noticed with all the Royal Guard members, their Zanpakutos are the ones we've seen so far. They're not just your typical blade. Well, Oetsu, he is like that, but look at Korenji's and look at Ichibe's. It seems like it's not just a regular katana sealed. You know how the Zanpakuto when it's sealed is just a regular katana. And then when it's the Shikai, it's in this, you know, that first stage. But yet we see Ichibe has that paintbrush. And we see, of course, Korenji, he has like that paddle. But the sweet thing about Ichibe is the fact that even though it's a paintbrush, he can still utilize the ability to cut the words in half. You know, that's the sweet thing about it, as opposed to just a Zanpakuto being sealed and you're just using it. However, we see another instance like that was Ashin. He did the Getsuga Tensho without even being sealed. I mean, without even being a Shikai, excuse me. That's one thing to consider. But I couldn't help but to notice, seeing Ichibe hang with Juha like this, it made me think about Old Man Yama. Like, what? Think about Old Man Yama fight versus Juha. Technically, there was no fight, really. As soon as he said Bunkai for the second time, it got stolen, Juha cut him down. But let's rewind it when he was fighting, I believe, Royd or Lloyd. I'll still get them mixed up. Hell, let's say Royd. Alright, yes, we know that was the fake Juha. Yes, all the powers and the memories and whatnot, etc. But Juha gave him orders not to kill Old Man Yama. But Old Man Yama was trying to kill him. He was trying to kill him. I mean, he didn't have to go Bunkai. He used Shikai, he drew blood on him. But yeah, he went Bunkai stating, I'm going to make sure I erase and eradicate everything from your soul, sword, body, everything. So he didn't have to go Bunkai. And he was trying. Zakano Tachi, east, west, south, north. He had to finally get on with north. He went through all that. And still couldn't really get Juha. Now say if that was the real Juha. And say if he didn't take his Bunkai. He probably still could have taken Old Man Yama. Why? Because Roy, he was on the defensive. The real Juha wouldn't have been on the defensive, constantly dodging and whatnot. He'd have went straight at Old Man Yama using all those new signature Quincy techniques, plus the letter of his ability. You know, hey, if need be, he had to use it. Plus his final holy form. I think he really could have took Old Man Yama without taking his Bunkai. That's just me. Now, for the ones who were saying, I think someone put a comment on one of my videos regarding the one I made it towards King of Lightning about Old Man Yama versus Dunkai Ichigo and Butterfly Eyes, and you know, someone posted in that comment section, you're probably watching it, you're probably not, saying Old Man Yama lost because he was exhausted. He just got done with the fight. Now, I don't think that's the case. He took out the overkill, all right? He killed the overkill, then he went to fight Juha. Now, if he was really exhausted, he wouldn't even be able to go Bunkai for that second time. This is Old Man Yama. Yes, he's old, but you think he's exhausted from killing off the overkill like that, and then having a battle with a fake Juha. I don't think Old Man Yama is just too exhausted to where, oh man, look at that new bow technique Juha is doing. I can't dodge it. Let me stand here and just get cut down. I don't think that was the case. So why do we have Ichibe, who was able to summon the giant palm, knock Juha back, knock him down, you know, knock him, you know, knock him all the way back, have his back hit that part of the step, bam, he flip up. Now we see he's breaking through his barriers of the new blue vein. We see also he countered the corrosion of the blue anabin and was able to have blood spurt out of him. You know, things like that. He's making more effort. I mean, I'm sorry. He's proven to be more effective than what Old Man Yama was ever doing. And we see clearly Old Man Yama is over Ichibe. Due to the fact that Ichibe, he had to start somewhere to make his way to the royal palace. Old Man Yama, he's still the head honcho of it all. He was the one who started the academy. He was the leader of it all, regardless. Regardless who was by his side, he was the one who started the clique, who evolved into that, to make the academy, etc., etc. All right. So to see Ichibe, who's not in Bunkai, who in my book is not as strong as Old Man Yama, it's like he's putting up more of a fight than what Old Man Yama was. You know, you get what I'm saying? Just really think about that. Just, you know, but hey, whatever. Hats off to Ichibe. Unfortunately, we know he's gonna pay his price. I know Juha, he's gonna have something to be able to counter what's gonna happen. I mean, hell, he might heal what just happened with him. His Shikai, he may explain it. I hope. You know, God, I hope he doesn't explain it. If he explains it in battle and Juha says, "Oh, well, that's your weakness. I'm gonna do this." That's just gonna mess it all up for me, I swear. But man, I know Juha's gonna do something. Hell, he said everything that's in existence is his for the taking. So he says, whatever. But damn, I want more of this. Kubo, keep it locked right here. Stay right here on this fight. If you go to another fight, please let it be worth it. But I feel that he may go to the other Star Knights that's fighting the Squad Zero members. He may go back to that, or it may be divided. But give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Excuse me. Do you think Ichibe is doing a better job than Old Man Yama did? Let me know down below. I'll see you all next week. It's me, Captain Vibes, signing out.